Traveler, come on in. You're just in time for our next screening in the Duelist Theater. Today's episode features one of my all-time favorite decks to play, Weapon Quicken, which got a really nice upgrade with the addition of Baizhu. Not only is he a catalyst for Fruit of Fulfillment, his skill is actually incredible for Quicken, not only giving you a very consistent way to trigger the reaction, but also a quick way to use up the stacks too. The way the deck plays is pretty simple. You want to try and draw 2 weapons or artifacts to make use of Courtyard at the beginning of the game, then kind of go back and forth between Baizhu and Sara to continually use the elemental skills and trigger Quicken for massive damage. You'll finish the game with Kale, who is a monster when equipped with King Squire. If you are trying the deck, we are using Runner, so make sure to put Baizhu to the left of Sara so he creates Electro die after using his skill. Is Baizhu just what the doctor ordered to make Weapon Quicken good again? Only one way to find out. Let's duel. Okay, looks like we're going up against Wanderer Shenamo. A pretty scary deck, and actually this will be a good test of just how well this deck performs, because we're playing a pretty meta deck right now. Ooh, not the greatest opener. We do have Send-Off. That's going to be pretty nice. I think this deck tends to want to rush Shenhe Burst, so I'm definitely keeping that Send-Off, assuming that, but we're going to put away these other ones, hoping to draw 2 weapons here, so I can make use of that Courtyard, and no. Ugh, and also Unseen Razor, not going to do anything here, so not a great opener. We do have Sealy though, which will be nice, but let's start on Sara as our first character here. But the Sealy's going to be nice, provided we can roll the right die. A 3, that's not too bad. Ooh, much better. Okay, actually that's incredible. We got a little bit lucky there with the dice rolls. This deck doesn't run a lot of fixing, so we can definitely run into trouble with die. But this will let us use Sealing and use both skills perfectly fine for round 1. So we'll hopefully draw into something better next round. But Shenhe opening with her skill, recently nerfed as well. You can see only 2 Icy Quill stacks there instead of the 3. But we'll have to see what they do here. Oh, Catherine, are they going to swap right away? They could go either onto Wanderer or Sucrose here. If they go onto Sucrose, they'll actually swap me onto Baizhu, which is exactly what I want, which would be kind of interesting. Oh, okay, the Cryo artifact. That's a little bit unusual. Interesting they didn't equip that to begin with. Yeah, I guess they'll follow up another skill here. Definitely rushing that burst, so they're going to get really punished by that send-off, but let's go with our usual opening. And since they're going to stick on Shenhe, we're going to see just how much damage this does. So Baizhu, that initial hit is actually really huge. It allows us to trigger Quicken right away. And now our summons, as you can see, are going to do a massive amount of damage, plus refresh our Quicken right away. So 8 damage right off the bat just from those 2 skills. Plus, we still have our 2 Quicken stacks. Ooh, that Gambler's Draw and the Quick Swap are actually pretty huge. But yeah, we have our 2 Quicken stacks as well as the buff from Sara. So Baizhu gonna do a lot of damage next round, even without anything. Definitely gonna be able to take Shenhe out here, but yeah, we're almost gonna certainly see a burst, which is gonna be great for send-off. Actually, so I was originally planning to kill on Baizhu, but maybe I actually switch to Kale here, because Kale doesn't have any elemental applications, and if I take Shenhe out and send off, then they're going to be forced to, well, we're going to deny them the swell, so I think that's really good. But let's start with send off, we're always going to do that, and yeah, let's quick swap to Kale, and she's who we want gamblers on anyway, so this is actually perfect. Yeah, I think this is the best play. I could say on Baizhu here, but that's going to let them spread Cryo. So let's make it really awkward for them. Normal attack here with Kale, and let's see what the Sealy draws. Hopefully some weapons. I could really use something right now, because I have 2 cards that don't do anything without any weapons right now. Let's see, is it Sucrose or Wanderer? It's probably Sucrose. Wanderer is really awkward when the opponent doesn't have any aura on them. I still think it's fine. Actually, it might be best for them just to start building that Wanderer energy, because they kind of fallen behind a lot on damage after that send-off. But Sucrose is respectable too. Okay, so it is going to be Sucrose. Ooh, okay. So my prayers were answered. That was 3 targets for Courtyard here. It's probably a little bit late for that Dendro artifact, but it's a really good time to draw the weapons. Okay, so this is going to put me onto Sara, which is fine. I think I want to be on Sara here anyway, so this works out. The question is, do I want to equip King Squire here, or do I just want to go for the skill? Because I have that Unseen Razor, I can actually do something funky where I equip Sara this turn and then later get the weapon back for Collei. So I kind of like that. Just get that extra damage in now while the going's good. And yeah, that's going to be perfectly use up my 3 dice left for the turn without leaving me any extra. Let's see, do I have anything to do with the crown or not? Nope. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we'll start with Courtyard here. Equip the bow. And use Sara's skill. 3 damage. So good. Okay. So they are going to be able to get the swirl off here with Sucrose. That's going to be putting on Baizhu. But I think that's okay. I want to start on Baizhu next turn. You know, like I said, the deck tends to want to just swap between Sara and Baizhu. And then Collei's there to clean up at the very end. Ooh, a Nima Resonance. Oh, they're going to go to Wanderer. Okay. This kind of makes sense. Although interesting... okay, they don't have enough dice otherwise. So they had to use that, not utilizing their Catherine here. But that's going to set up Wander pretty well. Yeah, Sara's in danger here, so let's get that weapon back. Oh, and here's a really funky thing you can do. You know, Unseen Razor discounts any weapon, so you can actually return a weapon and play a different one. So let's draw cards off of Fruit there. Pretty decent. Dendro Res here, not the best card. Oof, okay, now I'm drawing too many weapons. Ugh, unfortunately, my hand here is not very good for closing out the game, and that's kind of a problem with the Weapon Quicken deck, is once you've got 2 weapons equipped, you can easily just draw too many cards here. Maybe I need to cut back on some of those, but let's swap over to Baizhu. And this is another tactic you can use against Wanderer. If you swap to a character where the character to the right doesn't have an element, yeah, his normal attack doesn't actually swell, which seems bad here because I lose Sara, but it actually prevents a lot of damage because he doesn't swell. But let's drop Rana. I have 2 more turns to make use of her. But Rana will put me back onto 6, which will let me skill twice. Once on Baizhu, and then I can use that Dendro die to swap. So I think that's probably the best play. But yeah, let's threaten Wanderer here. I think you'll be too slow. You need 6 dice. Oh, it's Star Signs! Oh no! Didn't play around Star Signs. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. I was not expecting to lose Baizhu here. Okay. Well, luckily Collei has Gamblers equipped. So if I take out Wanderer here, I will be able to refund 2 dice, so I may still be able to come back with it. This is tricky. I want to make sure. Yeah, let's equip King Squire here, just so I can deal extra damage. And take out Wanderer here. I'm going to refund those 2 dice. Oh, I think that was a mistake. Actually, I should have thought about that a little bit more. If I didn't equip the King Squire there, I would have been okay, but maybe we're still fine. Okay, I can use Dendro Res. That's going to make the summon do 2 extra damage. So I still should win next turn unless they have Tandoori. If they have Tandoori Chicken, I'll be dead to that exactly, and that's going to be completely my fault because I misplayed there. So just hope they don't have Tandoori. If they don't have Tandoori, I won't get punished for that mistake. But if they do, really shouldn't have equipped King Squire there. That's okay. Let's see what they got. Oh, no Tandoori. And that's it. Okay. It was a close game, but we came out on top just barely. There is nothing I like doing more in Genius Invocation than playing the Unseen Razor, and with the addition of Baizhu over Nahida, it definitely feels a lot better to play than before. The list could probably use a little bit of work because, as you saw, I drew a few too many weapons and artifacts at some point during the game, but you saw just how much damage that Baizhu and Sara are able to put out on round 1, and that was with a pretty mediocre draw. I can definitely get better than that. I would definitely encourage you to give this deck a try and refine the list yourself to suit your own playstyle and preferences. If you are a newer player, be sure to attend the TCG 101 series to level up your Genius Invocation game. If there's anything you'd like to see in an upcoming video, drop a comment and I'll see how I can help. Be sure to enroll in our courses by subscribing so you can be notified when a new lesson's available. Until then, class dismissed!